Welcome to another episode of Music Therapy. I am John Thewin, a mental health psychotherapist, and today we are listening to another Renegade song, The Seven Sins, based on your recommendation. Let's get right into it. What is he saying there? What language is that? It sounds so good, but what is he saying? No idea. It's already got demonic kind of undertones to it with the visuals going on, the pig with the ears, the red font, the striking visuals, the contrast with the red and the black. It's getting intense already.
I lay broken on the kitchen floor. I clawed at the laminate. Pain wandered my body, an uninvited guest. Bones of a home where the devil could rest. I cursed the gods, cursed my messiah, cursed my maker. I cursed all of creation. There I lay, feeble and thin. Sick boy, seven my sin. Have you ever felt pain? Stomach wrenching.
Oh, I just got goosebumps. He is so raw. Let's go back a little bit and analyze this here.
Kitchen floor. I clawed at the laminate. Pain wandered my body, an uninvited guest. Bones of a home where the devil could rest. I cursed the gods.
Wow, so immediately he is discussing how his sickness, his pain, his Lyme's disease has inflicted pain on him and made him a different person. And he says, my bones are a place where the devil can rest. Oh my goodness. Like, he is possessed by pain, and pain is torturing him to the extent that it is making him someone he doesn't like anymore. And I'm curious what he means by the seven sins here. It's intense.
Cursed my messiah, cursed my maker. I cursed all of creation. There I lay, feeble and thin.
That's what pain does, though. It makes you hate life and curse your gods, curse your makers. Once you love something, now you hate it because pain has possessed you. And we see this all the time in my work, is pain creates monsters from people sometimes if not handled properly with proper strategies. And it can really make people the worst parts of themselves.
My messiah, cursed my maker. I cursed all of creation. There I lay, feeble and thin. Sick boy, seven my sin. Have you ever felt?
That's where I get the goosebumps when he whispers right there. He says, sick boy. Oh, it's so raw. He has such a crazy way of changing the cadence of his beautiful raps and poetry here, because he has absolutely shifted the tone when he whispers like that.
Felt pain, stomach wrenching, unrelenting. Tell me, have you ever felt pain? Condescending, muscles clenching. Tell me, have you ever felt pain? A rose emerges from the pavement crack.
Wow. So he is really, I think, uniting us here, that pain is one of the universal parts of being a human, that everyone, no matter your race, creed, ethnicity, background, education status, we all feel pain. And whether it's emotional pain or physical pain or spiritual pain, it is something ubiquitous or ever present throughout the human experience. And he is really powerful with this here, that uniting people based on pain, based on suffering.
Tell me, have you ever felt pain? A rose emerges from the pavement cracks. I'll write my eulogy with broken glass. Eternal parallax.
Pain.
Pain the author, I accept this. Pain the teacher, bruised apprentice. Pain resisting, pain will come. Pain the mother, I'm the son. Pain.
Yeah, so he's reframing it here to not only be a negative thing, to say, hey, my pain is torturing me, but it's a teacher. It's something that I've learned from. It's my mother, and I'm its son. And he's cognitively reframing it. He's saying, hey, it's not always a bad thing. Like, some of my biggest lessons in life are learned when I've been most damaged, most bruised, most hurt. And he is so great at that refrain throughout these songs. He does it, I think he did it in the end of Violet's Tale as well, where he kind of says, "Is it a miracle or a curse?" Not spoiling anything, but he is a great reframer.
This pain is this thing, pain will come, pain the mother, I'm the son. Pain that splits you, and too many hits you. The dark and the light will converge to one. Pain that twists you, the heavens dismiss you. The Father, the Ghost, and the Holy Son. Body bags, body bagging me. Zip it up quick, get they things on B. I search for peace in the belly of a beast. Sick boy, on a matter P.I. Running up a fever, following the leader. Wanna be me, huh? Grass isn't greener. Bright lights, he's your dynamite dealer. Dying at the
This is almost disorienting, the visuals, where he is just overwhelming your senses with these rapid shifts of changing visuals, and it becomes almost like epileptic to a degree, that it's changing so fast and it's almost impossible to process all of it. And he's saying he's trying to find peace, but he hasn't yet found it, and he's going through the onomatopoeia. For those of you who don't know, it's where you say sounds that are like boom, snap, crackle, pop, and he's really good at that in these songs.
of a beast. Sick boy, on a matter P.I. Running up a fever, following the leader. Wanna be me, huh? Grass isn't greener. Bright lights, he's your dynamite dealer. Dying at the table of the coroner, top fuck. 13 years and I've been feeling so stuck. Lucky number 13, just my luck. Empires tumble, rubble and dust. The universe shrinks and the planets combust. In God we trust. God tied a noose to his neck and he walked to the edge and he jumped. Angels wept, I bear witness, watching the whole thing unfold from my bed. A bed where I never deep.
This is so hypnotizing. It's just so hard not to look away. It's so hard to look away and not enjoy this badass beat, because the visuals just captivate me and the bars just are so deep. You could spend all day. I could spend all day analyzing each bar, each line that he writes, because it's so philosophical, it's so deep, and he is such an incredible artist. Very few hip-hop artists have the ability to go to REN's depth in these songs, like saying that God tied a noose around his neck, jumped off the cliff, killed himself presumably, and then the angels wept. Such incredible lyricism.
Wept, I bear witness, watching the whole thing unfold from my bed. A bed where I never deep rest, a bed where I'm always depressed, a bed with the human oppressed, a bed for a tomb where I slept, a bed in the room that's a womb for this mess.
Wow, so he is really diving in here to, he's saying he bared witness to the God suicide, and he is feeling oppressed because of his experiences in his own life, which is absolutely true. I think we can all relate to that, of feeling like we are a shell of who we could be, and that we have this potential that we haven't yet reached in our life.
And he walked to the edge and he jumped. Angels wept, I bear witness, watching the whole thing unfold from my bed. A bed where I never deep rest, a bed where I'm always depressed.
And a bed where you never deep rest is really terrible, because sleep is so crucial for our mental and physical well-being, and if we don't sleep well, we're going to chronically damage ourselves over time. And so he touches on that beautifully. Without deep rest, you become depressed. It's clinically proven. Evidence shows the less you sleep, the more frequency of mental health conditions like depression, anxiety, ADHD.
A bed with the human oppressed, a bed for a tomb where I slept, a bed in the room that's a womb for this mess. Sick boy bitten by a tick boy, tell me how it feels to be buried while you breathe. Stones and sticks boy.
Wow, what a powerful picture he paints you there. He said, imagine how it feels to be buried while you breathe. And I've heard that in some people who have really crippling depression or really crippling chronic pain, it's like they're living in a sort of hell on earth in their own bodies because of some physical or mental ailment that is preventing them from living a full, healthy, fulfilling life.
Pain is a gift, boy, hard to make a stand when you crawl on your knees, and I kneel. I kneel at the altar of my own disease and I beg the sky for mercy, mercy never came. I did me dirty, 33 and hurting, cursing. Jesus died at 33 and still my sins are lurking.
Wow. So let's go back here. He is begging, he is pleading to his disease of Lyme's disease. He's saying, please, I need to feel better. I have given up. I have relinquished control. I need help. I need something different, because this current condition I'm in is not livable. And I'm sure a lot of us can relate to that at some point in our life, whether a loss of a family member, a diagnosis, a tragic life event. leads us to just giving up control, to feeling powerless and absolutely like we are doomed and haunted by our past. And he is really giving up, and that's a normal human response to concede control when it feels powerless.
The ultra of my own disease and I begged the sky for mercy, mercy never came. I did me dirty, 33 and hurting, cursing. Jesus died at 33 and still my sins are lurking. Gears are turning, future stays uncertain, surgeon incision, murder ambition. Fear of the unknown preserves a religion. Denounce the gods when my body went missing.
And right here, we could just spend all day, like, going line for line with these bars here. So I think that pain is leading him to some homicidal ideation, is what he's saying with this murder ambition.
Murder ambition. Fear of the unknown preserves a
So here is a great existential point. Is he's saying that because humans don't know for sure where we're going after death, that it creates a lot of space for these different religions to promise things in the afterlife, whether that's heaven or hell or eternal peace. It's different for a lot of religions, and he's absolutely right, though, that the fear of the unknown and the fear of the uncertain is absolutely a driving force that compels people to create these stories and believe in a higher power.
Legend denounced the gods when my body went missing. Back then, the pain spray ricochet like a Mac 10. Hot lead hit the bed that was trapped in. Red wings, seraphim out of God's grace. Cried tears from heaven like Clapton. Stick pins in the voodoo Hendrix. Thick skin, stay humble Kendrick. Stay skeptic, checked by a...
So he is going bar for bar, I think, with some of the greatest rappers, and he's including like Stay Humble with Kendrick. He's referencing some of their greatest hits, and he is coming at them.
Pins in the voodoo Hendrix. Thick skin, stay humble Kendrick. Stay skeptic, check the biometrics. Bloodstained crime scene forensic. Lights on, lights out. Fade into the background. So down, running from the silhouette of self-doubt. By now, really should have figured this shit out. Lights on, lights out. Smackdown. Let it be, quote John Lennon. Click clack, John got shot for attention. What does that tell you about the good intentions? Bitterness formed in a storm of aggression. Prophets get dropped, imagining heaven. Martin Luther, Mahatma, Dad.
Yikes, so he is diving into history here. John Lennon being shot, Martin Luther King being assassinated. It's a scary world where all these prophets espousing peace are being murdered for no reason. And it is a very scary thing, and it does make me wonder what would happen if they weren't assassinated, if we did still have those amazing civil rights activists in our world today, if they were still around, how the world would be different. And absolutely, it's such a corrupt world we live in, and he is really giving some fine examples that are pretty indisputable, frankly, of the worst parts of humanity.
The storm of aggression, prophets get dropped, imagining heaven. Martin Luther, Mahatma, Dad. 6-6 followed by 6 and 7. Build and praise and bury them dead. I was born to be half a man with half a chance. My heart isn't half righteous, half is down and half a gram. Hard though troubles and thoughts stay darker than Urukai master plan. Sharper than glass shards splinters.
So he just, I think, referenced Lord of the Rings there. He said Uruk-hai master plan. I love that little tidbit reference there from Tolkien.
Gram hard though troubles and thoughts stay darker than Urukai master plan. Sharper than glass shards splinter and cinnamon. Irony could kill a man. Makes money when the music lands. Expand, pay me my cheese, rain down parmesan. Followed by 7 whole sins for a self-made Armageddon. Sin 1, pride.
So he's saying 666, I think, to represent the devil, and he's saying 7 sins. So he's finally getting into the title of the song here. So the 666 represents the devil. 6667 is representing the 7 sins. So this whole song, I think, is really illustrating what's wrong with our society and our world, and how he is displeased with it.
Followed by 7 whole sins for a self-made Armageddon. Sin 1, pride makes a man kill a man for his ego to survive. Sin 2, lust makes the grass look greener. Crucified trust. Sin 3, gluttony, humans consume planet Earth gets the frontal lobotomy. 4, sloth, rinse.
Yikes, oh my gosh. I love these definitions. They are so raw and so pertinent in this world we're living. He says, we're exploiting the earth, and it's getting a frontal lobotomy, and you can't think, you can't clean the air, you can't do anything worthwhile when you have a frontal lobotomy. Your prefrontal cortex taken out of your brain, and that means that it is going to be limited in its capacity, and that's such a beautiful illustration. Let's go back and listen to the pride makes a man kill a man to preserve his ego. So relevant, right? And pride can be the devil. J. Cole has an amazing song that references that. But these definitions are so relevant and so powerful.
All sins for a self-made Armageddon. Sin 1, pride. Pride makes a man kill a man for his ego to survive. Sin 2, lust. Lust makes the grass look greener. Crucified trust. Sin 3, gluttony. Humans consume and consume. Planet Earth gets a frontal lobotomy. 4, sloth. Rinse and repeat. Reruns, repeat. Time lost. Sin 5, envy. That's when one man's win is another man's frenzy. Sin 6, wrath, rage, vengeance, killers, psychopath.
Wow, that tone that he just went into was him channeling Lucifer, I think. Just that visceral rage that he is feeling. That is just, he is on a roll there of just rage and vengeance, it sounds like. Let's listen to that one more time.
Reruns, repeat, time lost. Sin 5, envy. That's when one man's win is another man's frenzy. Sin 6, wrath, rage, vengeance, killers, psychopath. Sin 7, greed. Greed plants a seed that will destroy us all if we succumb to greed. If we take what we need, then take more than we need, then our oceans will bleed. Still we feed and we feed and we sleep and repeat. Then we exile the shepherds and follow the sheep. We inherit the me. We inherit this world that we bruise and we beat. We inherit this vanity, so because of creeds.
Wow, I am literally holding my breath. This is so intense. He is spitting out some raw facts about humanity, that our greed, our gluttony, our sloth, our pride, our ego are all destroying us inadvertently. And we consume to such an extent that it destroys our world. Like, food waste is such a big problem, especially in America, across the world as well, because people don't eat all that they think they're going to eat, and then it wastes a lot of food. And yeah, I'm holding my breath because it's so intense, and that's a trauma response to say, like, I'm going to freeze, I'm going to hold my breath, pretend I'm smaller, because this is so intense and frightening.
Inherit the me. We inherit this world that we bruise and we beat. We inherit this vanity, so because of creeds. Inherit the liars, the murderous thieves. One sin for every one day of the week.
Wow. Yes. So I love how he conceptualizes our relationship with the world as a relationship with another person, right? We're bruising and we're beating the earth that we live on for things like that are shallow, like money and pride and things that don't really matter. And I encourage y'all to think about your own relationship with the earth, how you're impacting your family, your people, your environment, and of course on the broader scale, the earth itself. It's so powerful. But yeah, I mean, this song really hit a chord for me. It was so intense. I'm going to listen to this for sure later, and I'm sure I'll sink in some new points because he is so raw with music. His lines really hit an emotional chord in this song and makes me want to live a more faithful and less sinful life, because those 7 sins are the problem with a lot of what's wrong in this world. And we see that on the broader political stage. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any future songs you want me to react to, please drop them in the comments. I'll get to them as soon as I possibly can. As usual, I really appreciate you being here. Please like, subscribe, comment. It means the world to me for the YouTube algorithm. And thank you. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next music therapy episode.